Okay, let's see which of the perps are out here now. All right, welcome back to another video of the Talking People program, following the experience. All right. Okay. So, welcome back. This is super. New super. So yesterday, I wanted to do a video discussing some of the subliminal message, right? Particularly in certain people, certain TIs like myself, where a lot of the subliminal message is about converting back into Christianity and to not be outspoken when it comes to things that are affecting black people in this country, right, and around the world. Okay, and this, like I said, this is why I look at not just my target, I look at his watch. Yeah. So in order to, this is how they skirt around the stalking laws, anti-stalking laws. You know, they're surveilling the home. You know, they do silent sound spread spectrum, right, to get perps. So usually they're walking towards me, right? Those unaware perps, and those that are aware, like people like him, you know, they'll stage them in front of me, but they'll do things like look at their watch. You'll see their hand move towards their lower part, which is their, grabbing their crotch, but they won't do it facing me, right? Because they're a bunch of cowards. Okay. Anyhow, as I was saying. So yeah, a lot of that's why I will always revert back to saying that part of my targeting is based on COINTELPRO and the fact that with the FBI memo talking about surveilling the black community for decades, probably forever, until an end, destroying any sort of black leadership that they consider to be a threat, right? So anybody who is talking about, any black person who's talking about starting the business to employ black people and, wondering what's good for black people, when you're young, they're going to set you up. They're going to manipulate you, particularly if they understand and they know, because they're the one that's doing it, separating and removing the black male from out of the family. And then you have the women who are highly religious and about fun and entertainment and traveling, ignoring educating the children on the truth about white racism and the racism that this country is built on and continue to propagate upon black people, particularly young black boys and young black men. All right? Don't think for a minute that these racists won't try to manipulate and set up every single black male in this country. Okay? They are that devious. They are that evil. That's why I said they're the devils, right? And this is what they do. Okay? And the fact that, again, you go within the school system, particularly here in New York, when you look at what the school system has become, right? You look at those who are teaching our children, you rarely see black male teachers anymore, because they've been systematically removed out of the school system, okay? And even in Chicago, where you had a school principal who, again, had a positive impact and influence on young black children, particularly black males. These Christians, these black samples, and again, he wasn't teaching Islam, right? But the fact that he was Muslim and that he had made such a great contribution to the minds of black children in terms of education, not religion now. You see, unlike the Christians, those who are Muslim who teach within the public school system don't interject their religion, okay? Whereas those who are Christian will always interject their religion upon each other, including the children within those schools, okay? So they conspired to remove this principal, great man, great educator, All right, and when you look across the country, whenever you have a school in which the majority of black children are successful, what do the school boards of those cities or state do? They say that these schools are cheating, right? And so now, again, you have these black Christians who are principals and teachers. So now what they do is that they will fail certain kids. They will literally fail certain kids because they don't want to be investigated by the state, by having too many black children graduate with high scores and honors. Or you have high schools that my son goes to in which they can graduate with a bachelor's degree as well as an associate college degree. Okay? So they will sacrifice some of our children just so very few can go on to become, again, gatekeepers of this white racist system. And particularly if your child is of a different religious belief system or a different ethnicity, right, they will sabotage their education, right? I mean, despite the fact that, again, if you look at black children in terms of reading, particularly black boys, right, the vast majority of them, particularly in the public school system, right, at every level are reading below their grade level. Okay? So again, some of the simple messages they talk about, oh, I'm choosing hate, I'm choosing to go to war. You're damn right. I'm choosing hate because there are people out there that hate me, so I hate them. Right? I choose love. I'm choosing love because there are people out there that love me and I love them. I'm choosing to go to war because there are people out there that has been going to war with me as well as black people. Okay? So you go to war with me, you think I'm not going to go to war with you? You're out of your damn mind. You hate me, you think I'm not going to hate you? You're out of your damn mind. Right? And this is the attitude that we as black people should have. But we have been subjugated. Our minds have been made passive. And I posted this. I said, black people is the only group of people in which they turn away from their African history, their African spiritual system, and they follow the religions and the history of the slave masters and their people. Okay? And yet wonder why the God they worship isn't doing anything for them. Right? But ignoring the fact that the same God they worship, which is the God that their oppressors give them, you see the oppressors' people prospering. And it is because their God told them to oppress you so that they can be prosperous. And yet somehow you don't see it, somehow you don't understand. Right? Again, this is the mind of a conquered people. Okay? And we have to understand what's really going on. But too much of us are too in love with white Jesus. We're too in love with Allah, Muhammad. But if you call yourself a Christian, a black Christian or a black Muslim, I want you to go and read their entire religious book. If you're a Muslim, go read the Surah. A black Muslim, go read the Surah. If you are a black Christian, go read the other Gospels, particularly the Gospel of Adam and Eve. Go read the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Judas, right? The Gospel of Mary. Go read those Gospels, right? Go and read the Apocryphas, all right? Then come back and tell me what you think, all right? Talk to you guys in the next video.